before you pay your tuition fee, you can use that 15 million to that is, you use the money for your tuition fee to generate your you budget admission fee, which is ranging from $50 to $150 Canadian dollars for your admission fee. If you are, some of you want to ask this question: is it cheaper to do it? Is it better to do it yourself or better for an agent? It depends. Now, as you make sure you have that house rent that will cover you for like 3 months, just in case you don't get a job earlier. Like me, it took me like 3 weeks to get a job, so I was a little bit good, safe. So you just Hi guys, welcome back to another amazing video of mine today. I hope you all are good and doing well and doing fine. I'm here today to give you guys another exclusive content and video, just so you guys have this information as well. From the title of the video, you can see that this video is about the cost of immigration from your country to Canada. So I'm going to be giving you guys a two-phase of this video. I'm going to try as much as I can to make it brief, because I don't want it to be too long. So I really thank my subscribers. All thanks to my active subscribers, all of you coming in to watch my videos to the end, and all the engagements. I'm so happy and grateful to you guys. We are growing and we are getting better and better and better. So I appreciate you guys for all the engagement and subscribes. And if you're watching this video and you're here to subscribe, I don't even know what you're waiting for. Just subscribe, because you're not going to regret it, because this is a full packaged YouTube channel. It contains everything you ever want to know. Everything you want to know. There is nothing that is limited to this channel. So just so you know. So now let's go straight into the video. Today's video is going to be about the cost of immigration from your country to Canada. So I'm going to be using more of USD and Naira. So if you're in Nigeria, you'll be able to relate more, but I'm going to be using like USD and Naira, just so we get the picture of everything. USD, CAD and Naira. So let's go. So now, as you all know, immigrating from your country to another country as an international body, it's expensive normally. Like, before you immigrate, you should be financially capable, mentally capable, physically capable, and otherwise spiritually too. So you should be really capable. Most important, like the financial part of immigration is the most important part of the immigration, because if you're not financially capable, then you're not going anywhere. Sorry to say that. So now I'm going to give you guys a two-phase of this video, and I'm going to start with using an agent. What is going to cost you using an agent to get your Canadian study permit, right? So this is what it's going to cost you using an agent. So if you see me looking down, because I did some jotting just to give you guys accurate figures. So when you see me looking down, just know that I'm trying to get the picture of everything. So using an agent, firstly, if you call an agent and say, hey, I want to start my Canadian process, my Canadian immigration process, and I want you to be my agent and do my visa, they're going to say, okay, this is what it's going to cost for me to do your visa. Now, there are two types of agents. We have agents that are going to say, I'm going to take care of the costs. You're not going to take care of the costs. I'm going to do all the bookings for you, and it's going to be my company, and I'm going to take care of the costs. You're just going to pay for the whole thing. Do you understand? What I mean by the whole thing is the agent is going to pay for the biometrics, the medicals, the police clearance fee, the visa application fee, and the admission fee. The agent is going to cover this. So that means the agent is taking charge of those bills, and it's going to be included in your fee. Now, the other type of agents will say, you are going to do the bookings. I'm going to do the bookings, but you are going to pay for the bookings. You understand? I'm just going to give you the dates, and you go for the booking, and you pay for the booking. So we have that type of agent. So I'm going to give you both prices of what they are likely to charge you. Now, if you're using an agent that is covering the fees, like the medicals, the biometrics and all, like the medical, biometrics, visa application, admission fee, maybe police clearance, that agent is going to be charging you not less than from $1 million to 1.6. That's what the agents will charge you. Most agents, if you contact them and they say they're covering everything, they're going to charge you 1 million to 1.6. So you should be estimating that. Just be writing down the figures. So maybe at the end of the day, I'll be putting down the day, we'll get a round figure of everything. So the agent is going to be charging you that. Now, if the agent is charging you 1.5 or 1.6, the agent should cover these bills. The agent should cover these bills. Now, if the agent is not like you're going to do the whole thing yourself, you're going to like pay these things yourself, the agent should be charging you lesser. Should be charging you like from the range of 500 to 800, or 500 to 800. That's what the agent should be charging you basically. So I'm still going to give you the prices of all these things on the other phase of the video, like this biometrics, medical, and admission fee and visa fee. I'm going to give you the prices on the other one doing it yourself without an agent. That's the next phase, which is going to be like, it's still in this video. So now, if an agent is charging you let's say you're using an agent and it's covering the whole thing, it's charging you 1.5. Let's just use like my agents, what it charges people, I think is like that, the agents I normally use. So 1.5, agent covers everything. Agent covers your biometrics, medicals, visa application fee, and admission fee. The agent will still get you an admission. It covers it, visa and admission. Now let's go over to the next thing, the agents you'll be charged. Now, if you are like, let's say like you're sponsoring yourself and you don't have enough money to do your POF, which is proof of funds. Now, as most agencies will say, okay, we have these people or this agency that loans money. Like most agents will link you to an agent that loans money, that works with their company. They're going to loan you this money, but you're going to pay an interest for the money. The minimum proof of funds for Canada immigration is 20,000 Canadian dollars. But just estimate 20 million for your proof of funds, or 15 million, nothing less than 15 to 20 million for proof of funds. Now, if you have up to 15 million in your account, you are good. Just you don't need to pay this interest. So if you don't have, I think there's an interest attached, and if you are loaning let's say 25 million from these agencies that loans this money for proof of funds, you're going to be paying like 5%, no, 4%, and that 4% should be like 800 to 1 million naira. You'll be paying 1 million naira to get 25 million or 20 million posted to your account for a specific amount of time. Let's say your agent says he needs the money in your account for a month. The money is going to be in your account for a month, and you pay 1 million. Does that sound good? Maybe. So if that's it. But if you have 15 million, now before you pay your tuition fee, you can use that 15 million to you use the money for your tuition fee to generate your proof of funds from the same 15 million, and you'll be able to like pay your tuition fee at the same time use it for your proof of funds. Does that make sense? Now let's move forward to the next thing you want to pay. I've listed to you the agent's fee, which is 1.5, and I've listed to you now proof of funds. The company that is going to give you or loan you the proof of funds is going to charge you nothing less than 800 and above. 800 to 1.5. Just budget it for your proof of funds. If you don't have the money, like if you don't have 20 million to put in your account, just budget 1.5 aside for your proof of funds. Now, moving forward to the next thing you want to pay for your visa application, you need a receipt of the half payment of your tuition fee. This shows that, yes, I'm interested, I'm really going to school, I'm really coming to Canada for studies. I've paid half my tuition fee, means that I'm all set up, I'm all ready to come in for studies. But if you don't pay, some agents will say, don't pay, it's not necessary. Almost, it's necessary, because, man, if you don't pay your tuition fee, then what are you coming to do? How are they going to be sure that you are going to come in for school? But if you have paid your tuition fee, half your tuition fee, they're going to be like, oh yes, you have paid half your tuition fee, and there's no way you're going to forfeit this huge amount of money to maybe leave it and go to start doing another thing in Canada. So you have to pay half your tuition fee, and I can't say the price because it depends on your school. Most school tuition fee is like 10,000 to 20,000. So if your tuition fee is 10,000, you are going to be paying 5,000 Canadian dollars of your tuition fee, and you're going to get the receipt from the school and attach it to your visa application. If your tuition fee is 20,000 Canadian dollars, which is mostly common, my tuition fee is 20,000 Canadian dollars, and I paid 10,000 Canadian dollars before and got the receipts and used it for my visa application. So you have to pay 10,000 Canadian dollars, which is about 7 million in naira. And when you pay that, you are good. You can use that receipt from your school as a pathway to getting your visa. Now, moving forward to next thing you want to consider is after your tuition fee, you consider, and then you have gotten your visa, right? When you have gotten your visa and you have sent in your passport and you have stamped your passport and returned it back to you, now you should be the next thing you'll be looking forward for before if you send your flight, start booking your flights if you have sent your passport for stamping, because the earlier you book your flight, the cheaper it gets. But the closer you book your flight, the more expensive flights you will get. Let's look at the flight price. Now, the flight price is ranging from 900,000 naira to 1.7 million naira. Now, check it in dollars, like do the exchange. Like exchange is converted to dollar and know how much it is. So to dollar it should still be like, let's say 12, like from $1,200 to $1,700. That should be the estimate for your flights for Nigerians. Now, if you book your flights, that's settled. Now you want to look into your house. Most people get an apartment online before they get to Canada using Facebook Marketplace or KGG. You can get your apartment online, but if you can't, that means you're going to be paying for Airbnb before, like, on arrival. So, but I would advise you to use Facebook Marketplace or KGG.ca to get your apartment before you land Canada, just so you're not going to be spending about 1,000 Canadian dollars on Airbnb for like 2 weeks. You'll be spending like 2,000 for 2 weeks in an Airbnb. That's the estimate for an Airbnb, 2 weeks. The minimum is 2,000. That is the minimum. So you should try to get an apartment once your visa has been approved. Start looking for an apartment on Facebook Marketplace and KGG. If you have someone already in the place in the province you're coming in Canada, you can ask the person to start looking for an apartment for you. Having said that, if you are like looking for an apartment, what your estimate should be for an apartment is not less than 450 CAD, 450 Canadian dollars. That is the least apartment you can get, either shared apartment or a single room or whatever. But the least in the least province you can get is 450. In the least province is 450 Canadian dollars a month. Now, if you are going to somewhere like Ontario, Toronto, you should be budgeting 1,000 Canadian dollars for a month for a single room in Toronto, Canada. Just so you know. Then if you're coming to province like, let's say, let me use my province as an example, New Brunswick. New Brunswick, the minimum house rent is like 450. As I said, 450. If you're going to province like Saskatchewan, the minimum should be like 500, 600 minimum. So then the highest should be equally be like in Saskatchewan. Most of you wants to go to Regina, I think. So in Alberta, the minimum should be like let's say 700 or 600, between that range. Budget your miscellaneous like grocery, shopping, and all those little bills. You can budget like, let's say you can have like 1,000 like extra money for yourself for like, let's say 2 months before you get a job. It might take you 2 months, might take you 1 month, might take you 3 months. So just budget like a cash, a pocket cash that you have for like, that will sustain you for like 2 months or 3 months, and you should have like house rent for like 2 months before you come, so you don't get stranded if you don't get a job before 2 months. So I'm done with using an agent. Now, if I missed anything here, you can as well remind me in the comment section and I will talk about it. Now, doing it yourself, like if you want to take charge of your process, you want to do your process yourself. Now, you budget admission fee, which is ranging from $50 to $150 Canadian dollars for your admission fee if you are paying it yourself. So you should be budgeting $50 to $150. That is the highest you can pay for admission fee to any school to get an admission. Then medicals, I'm going to be using Naira for the medicals. So for the medicals, you are budgeting 55,000 Naira, which is about 80 USD. Yeah, 80 USD. Then biometrics, you should be budgeting 70,000 Naira, which is about like 130 USD or 140 USD for 80,000 naira. Then you should be budgeting again your police clearance. Many people don't do this, but many people do it too, but it's necessary. Your police clearance, you do that in Lagos, in Nigeria. So you do your police clearance for 45,000 naira or less or higher, but when I did mine, this was the price. And then visa application fee, which is very compulsory, is 150 Canadian dollars. 150 Canadian dollars. So I don't know if it have changed now, but when I did mine and when I last checked like 2 weeks ago, it's still 150 Canadian dollars for your visa application fee. And then you pay half your tuition fee. So it varies. It depends on how much the school you are paying for your tuition fee. If you are paying 20,000 Canadian dollars, that means half your tuition fee is 10,000 Canadian dollars. So after that, then you pay for your flight, which I told you earlier in the other fees that it ranges from 800,000 naira to your flight ranges from 800 or 900,000 naira to 1.6 or 1.7, depending on how early or how late you book your flight. It might be higher than 1.7. You might even get a flight from Nigeria to Canada or from wherever you are higher than the price. But from Nigeria to Canada, you can even see flight of 2.5 million, depending on how close and the airline you're using. It matters too. Some airlines are very, very expensive. So you want to use cheaper airlines, you can use Egypt Air, you can use Qatar, you can use Ethiopia. Yeah, all those airlines are like nice. So then after that, then you budget your house rent. Your house rent, which is you are paying, normally if you're in Canada, you pay house rent every month. So you should be budgeting like, let's say 600 minimum for your house rent every month, just to be on the safe side. That's all you'll be paying if you're doing it yourself. If you're taking charge of your process, this is the bills. I think if you have a pen and paper, you can take back the video and write it down. Then you should note that you should have a budget for 3 months. As I said earlier, have a budget. If you are coming in, if you are paying your house rent, have a house rent, have money, or be financially capable of paying house rent for like 3 months, or if someone is sponsoring you, your sponsor should be able to like have a house rent for 3 months, just in case you don't get a job, so you don't get stranded along the line. Because this landlords here, they don't care about whatever you're passing through financially. All they need is their money at the end of the month. So make sure you have that house rent that will cover you for like 3 months, just in case you don't get a job earlier. Like me, it took me like 3 weeks to get a job, so I was a little bit good, safe. So you just have house rent and miscellaneous. What I mean by miscellaneous is money for your bus tickets, like bus to and fro, money for your like grocery, like what you'll be eating, or money for like all this small miscellaneous. Have money that will cover you for 3 months in Canada before you come, or 2 months. Then now some of you want to ask this question: is it cheaper to do it? Is it better to do it yourself or better for an agent? It depends. Now, as you all know, Canadian visa is not a physical face-to-face interview like US visa. You go face-to-face. So it means if you just apply by yourself, get a date for your get an appointment date for your interview, you just go for your interview. It depends on how you're able to communicate with the visa officer, and how you're able to prove that you're coming for studies. That's how the visa officer is going to consider either giving you a visa or not. But Canadian is more of packaging. Like the way you package your visa is the way they will consider giving you a visa or not, which starts with your SOP, the way your SOP is written down, the way you are guided on how to submit your document and everything. It's just packaging. So you are not doing a face-to-face interview. So that's why most people use this agent, just because they have not done it before and they just want to get it wrong at the first trial. So if you are doing it you have done it before and maybe you are denied, you have an idea of why you were denied, you can try again, you might get it. That's what so many people do. But if you feel like, I don't want to miss it, I want to get it and get it right, you can just use an agent. Not just an agent, like I'm saying agent. You should know that we equally have agents who are fake. We equally have agents who don't know shit about Canadian visas. We have agents who specializes on UK visas. They are good at UK visas. But you need to find agents who specializes and who is good on Canadian visas. Because these agents, most of them will say, I can do US visa, I can do Canadian visa, I can do Germany visa, I can do UK visa. All of them, they want to carry all of them, jacket of all trades. No. Look for agents that you know that this person has done couple Canadian visas and was successful. Make sure you do your investigations right. Don't say because I say use an agent, you just look for anyone or go to Google and say Canadian visa agent. You start to see anybody. Make sure you know this person very properly. Make sure you know this person. Make sure you have even gone to the office and asked people around, how long have these people been here in this office? I did that. Like, I went to the agent I used. I was like, how long have these agents been here? Has it stayed here for long? Has it been using this place for a while, for a long time? I did many underground investigations before I would say, okay, I can pay my money to you. So make sure you know the person you're using. Make sure you have investigated them. Go to their site. If they have IG, go to their IG, go to their website. Make sure you have seen successful visas that they did, not copy and paste, or not they go and copy someone's own and post it. Make sure it's their own. So if you are sure of that, then you can use an agent and save yourself the whole stress of, will they deny me? Will they not deny me? Though they still deny agents, but I feel like it's more better to use an agent. Like, if you don't want to get denied, but some agencies get denied. But the agency I use, I don't think it really gets denied. It's actually good. Yeah, so just know what you're doing, know what you want, and go for what you want. That's it. So this is going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Meet you on my next video. Meet you, let's say, in 4 days. I'll be posting another video, a video that is going to be very interesting, and a video that you are going to really find educative. My videos are very informative. So stay tuned. See you when next I see you. Have a nice day, guys. Bye from here. Peace.